especially when it comes to UX design, we really value that type of research because it helps us not only understand what people are doing, but also the reason behind those actions. Mm-hmm. So at Nielsen Norman Group, sometimes we'll have clients, for example, that come to us and say, we've got a really high churn rate in this app. So we have this numerical data. We have no idea why. We don't understand why people are leaving after they get set up in our app. So in that kind of circumstance, sometimes we might look for other quantitative data points. Maybe there's a specific screen in an app where people are getting stuck. And that might give you a hint as to what's going on behind those numbers. But really the most reliable way to deeply understand how your human beings that are using your products or services are thinking about it and experiencing them is to watch them actually do that or to ask them questions about it. Mm-hmm. So kind of in a nutshell, that's the key difference.
And that's really beautifully put, because I think that is one thing which is always a question in everybody's mind. And one of the key blockers that a lot of products face is they ship out a product in the market because the initial market research has given them great feedback. Mm-hmm. They've done focus groups where everybody said, hell yeah, I would love to have this. Mm-hmm. Excuse my language. But then something goes wrong
and
flops. They can't just pinpoint it. Yep. And so let me ask you one more question, because and I have encountered this quite often in my career, is qualitative research doesn't need the kind of numbers that quantitative data needs. And that is one thing which I think a lot of organizations don't understand. The moment we say qualitative research, immediately, yes, the red flags,
people are afraid of small samples.
Yes.
Sometimes that can happen because they, may have an attachment, an idea of how great the product is. And if they start hearing something to the contrary, psychologically, it's easier to discount that evidence to just say, oh, well, maybe it's just a few people who, aren't representative. We don't believe that. We really believe at Nielsen Norman Group that you need both quantitative and qualitative data, but also that qualitative can be really valuable even with small sample sizes. My favorite way to explain this to stakeholders that are a little skeptical is, it depends on the type of research you're doing. Mm-hmm.